Hello YouTube world, my name is Serene and welcome to Staying Serene. Today I'm going to be sharing a Serene Saturday on practicing thankfulness. Now I know Thanksgiving was last week. We already ate, we already enjoyed our Thanksgiving dinner, but I want to encourage you to actually practice thankfulness outside of Thanksgiving. We need to be grateful outside of this one holiday where we reflect on what we are thankful for. Thankfulness should be a daily practice, something that we practice, throughout the year, not just on Thanksgiving. So how should we practice thankfulness on a daily basis? Well, number one is to limit your complaining. And I know this is a hard one. This is even a hard one for me. Limit your complaining, especially with the year that we've had in 2020 and everything that has changed. Complaining just comes natural to us. I know that I complained during 2020, and I'm sure you probably have complained too. It's like the first thing that we want to do is we want to complain. And more often than not, I find myself complaining instead of being grateful. So I complain about my college workload. I complain about my online classes. I complain about the fact that I don't get to see people often, or I complain that we have to all wear masks. And I know that the masks are necessary, but I just sometimes complain about them. And so I just want to encourage you, and I'm encouraging myself as well, to limit our complaining. To intentionally choose to not complain. And it's going to be difficult, and you're going to catch yourself in moments when the first thing you want to do is complain. And sometimes when I'm in the moment of complaining, I might just stop the sentence and I might be like, okay then. And I try to look at the good. I try to change my thinking and to change my words so that I'm not always complaining. So I encourage you, try to limit your complaining. And it may not be easy at first. It's a daily practice to limit your complaining, because complaining is the very first thing we want to do. It's the very first thing we want to do. We just want to complain about everything that has gone wrong in 2020. And so I want to encourage you just to limit your complaining. Number two is, after you limit your complaining, choose gratefulness, choose thankfulness, choose to look at what is good in your life. Like the song says, count your blessings. When we're so busy complaining about everything that's going wrong, we forget what's going right. We forget what blessings that we do have, what's in our life, what is going right. And so I want to encourage you to, in all that energy that you put into complaining, I want to encourage you to look at your blessings. Look at what is happening for you. Look at all the good that is happening during this year. There's a lot of blessings that we could be grateful for. Some of them are very small, grateful for having a home, grateful for, a roof over your head, food on the table, you have clothes to wear. Grateful for the fact that you're still able to attend classes, even if they are online. Grateful that you're able to still see people. Grateful just for the basic things of food and a sound mind and just a healthy body and not to be sick during this time. And so, but I also want to draw your attention to the fact that you can be grateful for things that are intangible. There are blessings that you cannot see, but you can feel them. So be thankful for having love in your life, joy, peace, for having forgiveness and mercy. For having goodness, for having kindness, okay? These are all intangible things that you can be grateful for. And so the point of this is that we all have something to be grateful for. We all have something to be grateful for, okay? It might be little, it might be big, but we all have something that we can be grateful for. And even if you do not have much, you can be thankful for those intangible things, like peace and patience, kindness, joy. And so I just want to encourage you, when you feel yourself about to complain, try to look at the things that you can be grateful for. Look at the things that are going well, things that are happening that you are grateful for. And I know it's going to be a struggle at first. It's going to be hard to look for the good, but I want to encourage you to take that extra step and be intentional in choosing gratefulness and choosing thankfulness over complaining and worrying and just all the other things that can go on in your mind when you are just focusing on the bad. So number two is to take away your focus from complaining and put it back on being thankful and grateful. Now, number three is to thank God in your prayers, is to incorporate thankfulness in your prayers, okay? So I hope that we are all praying daily and we're all coming to God with our needs, our desires, and just putting them before Him and just asking Him for the things that we need. And that is the important thing to do. I encourage you to seek out God for everything that you need, because He is willing and able to provide it if it's in His timing and in His will. But another thing we need to remember is, while we're also asking God for the things that we need and want in our lives, and we are just, bringing our requests before Him, we need to also remember that we need to come to Him with thankfulness, okay? We need to remember to be thankful for things He's already given us. We need to be thankful for the blessings we already have. And we need to be thankful for the prayers that He's already answered. Sometimes we pray for something and God gives it to us, and we forget to thank Him for that. And so I want to encourage you, think back on all the prayers that He's already answered. You know, he may not have answered the prayer that you had this morning, but there's a prayer that you had 3 months back that he did answer. So thank him for that. Thank him for the blessings in your life. And as you pray, just be thankful for who he is as our God, as our King, as our Creator. Okay, so thank him just for everything. Thank him for who he is and for all that he has done for you. So really, as you come to God with all of your requests that we are called to make known to God, we are called to make all of our requests and cares known to God. Also come to him with a heart of thanksgiving for all that he has done for you. What I like to do personally is at night I pray, and a few times I would actually just list out every single thing that I could remember that I'm thankful for. And so it's a long list, a very extensive list, and just keep on adding on to it. And it gets longer and longer. And sometimes I thank God for things that I don't even think about. There's a lot of things that we take for granted. And so when I pray and I just think about this long list of everything that I am grateful for, I come up with this really long list, and I just think about a lot of things that I need to be grateful for. One thing that I'm grateful for is the furniture in my room. If you watch my earlier first 5 videos that I did last December, you notice that there's no furniture in my room. I don't have furniture. And so I look back at those videos and then I'm like, yes, God, I am grateful for my furniture, because there was a time where I didn't have any furniture in my room. And so just look for ways, and just look for things you can be grateful for and thankful for: the clothes, the food, and even the intangible blessings. There's a quote that I recall. It was, the quote that I recall is, what if everything you had today was what you thanked God for yesterday? So what if you only had today everything that you thanked God for? And so that quote really makes you think. And sometimes we're so caught up in all that what we want, all that we need, that we forget to be thankful for what we do already have. So I want to encourage you to take a deeper look into what you have and think about how you can be blessing. Think about the blessings that are in your life. And I want to encourage you to just have a heart of thanksgiving and to thank God in your daily prayers to him. Okay guys, so those are 3 ways that we can practice thankfulness daily. I hope this really did encourage you and just remind you that thankfulness is not just Thanksgiving. Thankfulness is a ongoing thing that we should be doing. It's an ongoing action. We need to be practicing it daily, coming and just being thankful, limiting our complaining. We need to, instead of complaining, we need to focus on what we can be grateful for, all of those blessings that we have. And then when we pray to God, we need to come to God and, you know, have a heart of thanksgiving while we're also asking him for the things that we do need and want. But to make sure that we thank him for all the prayers he's already answered. Thank him for all the prayers he already answered. Thank him for all the blessings he's already given us. And just thank him for who he is and what he has done in our lives. So I really hope that this video really encouraged you to practice thankfulness. And I know 2020 has been a rough year. And sometimes the last thing you want to do is be thankful, to be grateful, because there's so much that has changed. And you know, 2020 was a completely unexpected surprise, okay? And so you may not feel like being grateful, but I do want to encourage you to actually practice thankfulness, okay? There's always something to be grateful for, always something to be thankful for, because we are all blessed. We all are blessed, okay? And you know, it just makes you feel better when you are grateful. You know, you're complaining and it just makes you feel worse. So I just want to encourage you to focus on thankfulness outside of Thanksgiving. I do have an Instagram account at Staying Serene, where you can find inspirational quotes that I create myself. Please go on and support me there. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I can't wait to see you in the next one. Okay guys, bye!